What is Burning Man? Burning Man is a time of pure personal and collective expression and free interactive experimentation. It runs on a gift economy that works in surprisingly delightful ways. The emphasis is on participation rather than passive attendance and on creating something that can awe, surprise, or delight the assembled citizens of the temporary city. Rules and regulations are very minimal and evolved along with the increasing size of the gathering. There is ongoing challenge debate on the subject. Larry Harvey, the originator of Burning Man, explains that as the city grew, the inhabitants necessarily had to go from a hunter gatherer model to one of civic society. This development is resisted by some, but to one entering Burning Man for the first time, the civic society is one of the freest, coolest, more exuberant societies ever encountered. The powerful deconditioning impact of the Black Rock Desert on the mind and psyche of all who arrive in its vast space often goes unmentioned when people speak of Burning Man. But this gathering could never have achieved its current state of chaotic and unbounded creativity in any other location. It has the eerie feel of a new culture sprouting seeds within a post apocalyptic ecology. The Black Rock Desert is a place of sublime expansive space. The surrounding austere ranges, ridges, and peaks glow with rich reds, browns, and grays that become especially intense at sunrise and sunset. The extreme isolation, lack of familiar vegetation and animal life, and the disorientation, openness of this place was fearsome and forbidding to those early American travelers and immigrants who had to pass through it trying to reach their western destinations. John Fremont, whose 1843 expedition members became the first Euro Americans to see the Black Rock Desert, called it a perfect barren and wrote that appearance of the country was so strange, austere, and unfamiliar that he was afraid to enter it. Yet, the empty playa can also stimulate the imagination and allow for new and expanded perception. It seems to call out unusual dreams and visions. In 1994, a strange new dream began to take real shape and materialize on the desert floor, the Burning Man Art Festival. It is a gathering like no other on earth, with community on the other. The recollective adventure runs joyous along the thin line between horror and chaos, between ecstatic release and gritty danger. Art in this setting takes on a vibrant, surreal glow that, multiplied by 30,000 participants, cannot really be described in images or in words. It is an awesome happening that silences the mind with a roar of creative celebration amidst a landscape filled with vast wonders. The desert floor is not really sand, but a fine powder that swirls into great white clouds when the shifting winds stream into the valley from various directions, obscuring all vision and directional orientation. When the rains come, the powders transform into slippery, sticky mud that bogs down any attempt to walk a ride on it. This is not the place one would expect to find a small temporary city bursting with extreme artworks. At Black Rock City does materialize each year in weeks before, during, and after the Labor Day weekend, and the celebrants appear to reveal and the discomforts. Tens of thousands haul themselves, all their supplies, and all their art out on the desert floor with no water, electricity, or garbage system provided. Everyone must bring all means of survival and expression. No commercial activities allowed. Participants are even encouraged to block out logos on trucks and equipment. The basic law of the land is leave no trace. Everything packed and must be packed out. The land must be clean and relatively undisturbed when we all leave. The Burning Man staff, paid from ticket sales, covers the inevitable gaps in awareness and preparedness of departing crowd with admirable devotion. This is why the event is allowed to go on by the Bureau of Land Management. Current owners of the land have spoken with the various BLM employees on and around site. Relations with them appear to be excellent. The communities surrounding Black Rock City, many of them Indian, are given generous helpful donations from festival proceeds. This social ecological balance has held for 11 years of Playa celebrations. The main impact for the surrounding communities is the traffic during the weeks of the event.